They hit U.S. whiskey with a 25% tariff, then pulled it off their shelves completely in retaliation against Trump's trade war.
Canadian liquor stores pulled American products off their shelves, including Kentucky whiskey and Kentucky bourbon.
Hey Kentucky, how you doing? Are you enjoying watching your state drink getting pulled off the shelves and websites and inventory and menus of Canadian businesses, bars, restaurants, the whole thing?
Kentucky produces 99% of whiskey in the world, but their business is dying. Why? My name is Lick. In today's video, we are going to talk about how the owner of the business, I'm talking about whiskey business from Kentucky, are going broke. Remember that credit goes to the owner of the video. Let's get into it.
No, but I think y'all feel like people picking on Fawn and her husband, but they're not. And you being a financial broker should know this. You should already recognize these red flags. I know you know. You gotta know if you're a financial person. Let's go over to Kentucky, to the whiskey industry, and I'm gonna show y'all, in my opinion, why this isn't about race or anything like that. As you see here, the man with the dead hand won Kentucky in a major way. And we know that elections have consequences. Now, this is red county land, red MAGA land, white Kentucky. I'm just saying it's more white than it is black, I believe. So you have Luca Mariano Whiskey Distillery that filed bankruptcy. They didn't pay their bills either. This ain't a black and white issue, y'all. I'm just going to tell you. This is their district. This is Boyle County. Bankruptcy. First company. Next up is Garrett Distillery. Bankruptcy. This ain't no black area now. This is how they voted for him. Elections have consequences. This is not a race issue. I know people think it is, but it's really not. And finally, we have the Whiskey House in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Let me show you their district. I believe this is their district. Hardin, I think that's it. And from a numbers perspective, you have to streamline what you're doing, stick to the budget, and do right. Don't overexert yourself. But it ain't just, it's a lot of people that's filing bankruptcy. So if you know these people filing bankruptcy, I would do the right thing so I wouldn't file bankruptcy. I'm not saying they're going to file bankruptcy, but, I know a lot of y'all want to make it about a black issue and they trying to destroy black people, but the white folks going out of business quicker than the blacks. This is a character issue.
We have seen a lot of companies are going broke because of, Trump. Even though people from Kentucky are the one who voted for Trump, majority, like 98% have voted for him because they needed to kick out all the black or people without a document, like most Latino. But now they vote against their interest. Can you imagine? Now Trump create trade war with Canada, but Canada they refuse to receive their whiskey. They are going to start another way of import whiskey from different countries. They don't need whiskey from Kentucky. This is what's happening.
Here's Joe from Georgia. So voting has consequences, and those voters in the states of Kentucky and West Virginia are finding out that their vote, which by the way was overwhelmingly for Donald Trump in 2024, is coming back to haunt them. And the haunting is in the coal industry. The coal industry's had a tough time for decades. However, they had seen a new revival in that because they had a huge buyer in the world. Guess who? China. China is the biggest consumer of coal in the world, and they were buying it from companies out of West Virginia and Kentucky, where thousands of people are employed in the coal industry to make their living. Well, those people have been voting staunchly Republican for years. Well, in this instance, they are finally finding out that maybe they made a mistake. And not maybe, because the coal industry, once again, the largest consumer in the world of coal, is China. The tariffs have made it to where China will not buy American coal. And without buying American coal, you're putting tens of thousands of people out of work in Kentucky, in West Virginia. So once again, voting has consequences. And you're finding out in Kentucky, in West Virginia. Good luck.
Hey, you all remember when these tariff wars were first kicking off and Trump was running his mouth off about Canada being the 51st state and making all these threats? And in retaliation against these threats, Canadian liquor stores pulled American products off their shelves, including Kentucky whiskey and Kentucky bourbon. And I seem to distinctly remember how a CEO was downplaying the importance and the significance of this by saying it was more or less not a big deal and that they'll be fine. Well, guess what's happening? The headline says it all. Someone cue the sad trombone.
Guys, do you remember the day Trump took power? People were starting saying that Canada is going to be last born state of United States. After that, Trump starting putting pressure on them about tariffs, and Canada now is fighting back. They decide not receiving whiskey from United States. Can you imagine? And what people from USA they forget that Canada is a friendly neighborhood country United States have ever had. Can you imagine? And you treat them like other Asian, African countries. Trump have to have some respect. American, you need to have some respect. This is what happened to your business when Canadians decide not import whiskey from United States.
Hey Kentucky, how you doing? Are you enjoying watching your state drink getting pulled off the shelves and websites and inventory and menus of Canadian businesses, bars, restaurants, the whole thing? Are you loving those tariffs? Those beautiful tariffs? Tariffs like no one has ever seen before. You know, the ones that are going to put you out of a job because although you produce 99% of the world's whiskey, the world ain't going to buy your booze no more. You know, the tariffs that the other countries are going to pay. Well, no, they're not. They aren't going to do that. They're just going to stop buying American goods and services. Yes, they are. I mean, come to think of it, I, an American citizen, hate buying American, so I can't hate on them for that at all, because we suck. So anyway, congrats on getting your guy in office. He's sure looking out for you, ain't he? Sorry, not sorry, but I love that you cannot be happy even after you installed that guy to destroy our country and got your wish. Watching y'all suffer is going to be my salve. Pots and pears.
It's really crazy to see how Americans are the one who really happy because their country is failing in the business. I don't know, it's because they don't vote for Trump, or they voted for him and then they found out he's messing up with other countries. But what I know, I'm sure, is that America, you cannot fight against each country in the world and then you feel like you'll be safe, because Canada has the right to import every single item they need from China, even it can come with cheapest price. Those whiskey you need, they might import from Europe. They might even create their industry. You know, Canada is one of the richest country in the world. What you have to know, what you have to do, chill. Thank you guys, today's video. I hope you like it. Share, comment. See you on another one.